Scooby-Doo!
Be a bit of a bookworm, but I've got a wild side too. That's why my favorite part of Scooby-Doo and the cyber chase was shooting in the prehistoric jungle. It really brought out the animal in me. This one likes me. Look how calm he is. Jinkies! Ah! Thanks, Scooby.
Velma, that one likes you too.
Trying to tame those woolly mammoths was like a prehistoric rodeo. Shaggy found out what it was like to be a real cowpoke. And after a little practice, Scooby and I started the first cattle drive.
My dream of playing professional baseball ended pretty early. But another dream of mine came true when we made the movie. Fred Jones, Gladiator.
Cute in that outfit, Freddy.
Cute? That's not what I was going for.
You can beat him, Fred!
All that frisbee playing with Shaggy really paid off. I was amazed at how much acting like Shaggy helped me during battle. I lured my opponents into traps, jumped high when I was scared, and most importantly, ran really fast.
Just because I wear nice clothes and like to shop doesn't mean I don't have a sense of adventure. That's why I enjoyed shooting at the North Pole. Besides, when it's 40 below, no one cares what you're wearing.
The air is so cold.
You gotta keep moving around. Shaggy and Scooby have the right idea.
They're doing Arctic aerobics.
Like hell!
Nice work, Daphne.
Now you know why I accessorize. If you're exploring the Arctic, you need to make sacrifices. Your shelter must be practical. You need to travel light. And most importantly, enjoy the 24 hours of sunlight.
The part I enjoyed most about this movie was all the time Scooby and I got to spend at the arcade. Like there's only one thing I love more than playing games, and that's winning at them. One more point, and I win! Game over, Scoob! Like I'm the air hockey champion of the world! Yeah! Yeah! 2 out of 3. I could have been a better sport. Or at least not gotten so excited. But when I rubbed it in after beating him at free throws, Scooby made a winning shot of his own. Your turn, Scoob. What was your favorite part of Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase? The racer. Like I got it. Fire away, Scoob. Zoinks! It's amazing what you can find on the web. Eh, Scoob? We visited the Scooby Snacks homepage. Found a great website for dessert, which I found out was spelled with 2 S's. And best of all, we got to see an old friend. Right, Scoob? Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
THQ has a new game out called Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase for the PlayStation game console. Control both Scooby and Shaggy as you battle spooky monsters, avoid amazing obstacles, and discover secret items. Here are some hints and tips to help you along the way. Be sure to use your stomp move on all the barrels, boxes, and containers. There's always something special to be found inside. You can use your pie throwing attack to make smaller enemies disappear. If you hold down the square button, you can use the daisy to aim your pies at the enemies. When fighting a boss, be sure to wait until the chant symbol shows up on the screen. That's your chance to throw a pie at the boss and get one step closer to defeating him. Be careful when moving from platform to platform. Some of them can attack. What seems like an innocent bridge can have surprises in store. Move slowly, but keep on your toes. Otherwise, you could lose a chance. Use your double jump to get across wider spaces. Hitting the X button twice in a row will give you the extra distance you need. Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, available now from THQ for the PlayStation game console and Game Boy Advance.
Scooby-Doo and the gang get downloaded into cyberspace in an all-new adventure. Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
Like, check it out! We're digital!
We dropped in on a Scooby-Doo voiceover session with the actors to find out how the gang got zapped into a computer game in their new movie.
But first, let me introduce you to the home team.
I play the role of Daphne. She's kind of the cute one of the gang. In Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, the gang gets back together to go visit an old college friend who's become a video game designer.
This is a hyper-energy laser. We've been using it to break down actual objects and project them into cyberspace.
And he makes a Scooby-Doo video game and they're all excited because it's modeled after them and they're all in it.
But then the real gang becomes part of the game in cyberspace and can't get out.
Your friends have been transported into cyberspace.
Good work, guys!
Frank Welker is the voice of Freddy.
In this particular adventure, which we're all kind of excited about because it's very today, it has to do with computer games and computer viruses and how we get involved with chasing the virus, almost the same as like playing a video game.
Scott Innes is the voice of Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
It's not easy playing two characters.
Yeah, that's right. There's like a lot of levels in this video game, and every time they get to the level, they think, okay,
Like the game's over, we've won, now let's go home.
Welcome to level 2 game players, where things get a little tougher.
The object of the game is just to find the Scooby snack at each level, and each level it just gets more and more difficult to do that. When they find a Scooby snack, they're able to move onto a more difficult level and eventually win the game and go home. So where are we now?
and I think we're into like 3 or 4 or 5 levels before the whole thing, before everything goes like crazy, bonkers.
Like, speaking of lunch, we didn't even get to keep the Scooby snacks from the moon level.
Come on, guys.
Cyberspace is only one destination for Scooby-Doo and the gang. Some levels send the gang to amazing places, and some levels send them back in time.
Friends, Romans, and spooky gladiators, all hail Emperor Scooby!
We all know about those bugs and those can I say the V word? Viruses.
Stop that dog.
In Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, I played the Phantom Virus, which is sort of a computer-generated virus it's in a game, but because the game has a way of snatching things from reality and bringing them into the game, my character sort of gets out into reality. Like a computer virus with a real mean streak and a bad personality. My role here is to be the dark, raspy, attack the Scooby-Doo clan at any rate, at any speed, at any need necessary. We just attack.
And now, for the home team's mascot.
The lions got the Scooby snacks! They get thrown into prehistoric times and different situations, and of course Velma always has a lot of information at her fingertips. She knows about woolly mammoths, pterodactyls. You can go to her for any information.
They get chased around by the computer virus to all these different computer worlds, and they end up back in their what they think is their town, but they end up running into their cyber alter egos.
They encounter their video game clones that are actually based on the original TV series.
There's 2 Daphnes and 2 Velmas and 2 Freddys, and
Nice ascot. Works for me.
I thought it'd be funny if the cyber Freddy was flirting with Daphne and the real Freddy got a little mad, but they didn't like that idea.
Did I really wear that years ago? That jacket with that skirt?
Now, what's funny about this whole thing is, let's face it, we're in the year 2000. So, some of the wardrobe has changed a little bit. So there's 2 Scoobies and 2 Shaggys.
Thanks a lot.
We just hiked through miles of jungle and still can't find the Scooby snacks. Well, we'd better. Otherwise, we'll be stuck in this level forever.
It's a long process of designing the characters, match the character types, the personalities.
So how do they get into character?
I play Velma, the smarty pants, with the turtleneck sweater and the glasses, which I actually wear to the session. It sort of gets me in the mood. And that's how you get into the character of Velma. You put on the turtleneck, get the glasses on, and they go, Chinkies! You're the characters in Eric's video game. And you're from the real world. Jinkies!
Velma, give me one more for 47 and just underline Roman Coliseum.
We don't see anything. We're just sitting at a music stand with a microphone.
And you know what? Make it more of a speech. Grander, bigger.
Colette Sunderman directs the gang with an occasional Scooby snack.
For once, I'm not in the mood for Scooby snacks.
I'm their coach, their cheerleader, their #1 fan. They know what they're doing. I'm just there to make sure we get the right reads. If they need to project, I have the picture in front of me, so I'm their eyes for the storyboard. When the dust settles, we see these skeleton gladiators come out.
The director, when we're just doing a few pages, can give you the setup.
Daphne, as you say, it's beautiful here. You're actually just have picked a flower from the jungle and you're putting it in your hair.
the easiest way for me to get exactly what sort of intonation she would have saying this place is amazing, you know, is I went, you know, this place is amazing.
Oh, that was too close. I have an idea.
Why am I straining? Am I trying to get out of ropes? Am I stuck in a tree? You know, what's going on? She's really good at just getting a great performance out of you. She's got good instincts.
No, that felt a lot better. How about to you?
Now back to the game, where there are a few surprises in this cyber chase.
How's this for a heavy hitter?
The Phantom Virus, he's probably one of the few villains that you can't pull his head off. And unlike some of the other villains that turn out to be people, he's really a true villain.
And then there's, of course, a surprise villain at the end, which I'm not at liberty to disclose.
Surprising villains and a possible romance.
Gee, why is it that you always pair off with Daphne, Fred?
Well, there's more relationships developing between maybe he and Daphne. We're not too sure about that, but there maybe.
I think they're seriously in L-O-V-E.
Yeah, nobody ever talks about it, but actually this episode is, I don't want to give it away, but it's the first kiss.
That was very brave, Freddie.
Oh boy.
While the gang is finding romance, fending off surprising villains, and beating their digital clones in cyberspace, the Scooby-Doo artists are back on planet Earth, busily drawing by hand.
We do things the old-fashioned way because this is an old-fashioned traditional show. We like the looks of it that way. Computer animation still doesn't have the warmth that the conventional hand-drawn stuff does. Character stuff, expressions, things like that have to be done the conventional way. It is labor-intensive. And yes, it's one of the last of the handmade crafts, I guess.
In this computer-generated age, it still takes an artist with amazing skill to put the life into the Scooby characters.
It takes an animator to animate on a computer. The computer doesn't know anything without being told.
Which is not to say there aren't any computers around the Scooby camp.
Computer is something that really helps us. I think it's just one more brush that we have to add to our tools to improve our work, to make it be done simple and faster, but we still always will be in need of artists.
The people that do it the old-fashioned way, they love pushing a pencil around a piece of paper.
It's the tradition of fine art and good storytelling, and the promise of Scooby snacks that keep Scooby-Doo and the gang forever popular.
That's right.
Scooby is full-on, beautiful colors, full-on characters. I think that the stories are also, they're a little slower, they last longer. It's not so much MTV, it's kind of a nice combination of those things. The kids enjoy it because I think it's visually different. The stories are good, and it's very today.
Groovy!
I think people like the familiarity of kind of knowing that the gang is going to solve the crime and that they're going to, you know, bumble around. And the characters are so great, the way they all fit together. And because we grew up with it, I mean, I just know it. I know what's going to happen. It makes me feel kind of safe.
So tune in, log on. The Scooby Gang is not safe from a phantom virus.
Like coming this fall. Don't open your email because you might get a virus.
Yeah, a bad Santa virus.
Game over. That's the end. It's over. Roll the credits. Bye.